Okay. Final points, guys, and then we're gonna get rolling. Question or point? Right.
Oh, I forgot to make it.
Sentence. Um, but last time on World Breakers. Oh, my date's wrong. I changed my date. This is episode session 89.
No, I'm joking.
Hmm?
I said, sounds like we got more time, but I'm joking.
Session episode 89 of the World Breakers campaign. We are back after a week off as we rejoin the Ugai after a harrowing fight with the keeper of the room where it happens. They were able to access this room that they've been searching for the main quest of the campaign. They were able to find it after some discussion and some questions, able to activate a large map of the world and to choose which area this unknown weapon of the walls would be targeted at least this room's targeting. After making their choice, the Warforged, who was the guardian of this room, attacked the group, saying that while their choice was appreciated, it is too much power for one group to essentially go to multiple places. One person or one group. And you get the idea that its charge was to kill whoever did this first. Whoever came to this room made this choice. During the fight, when Philly used his magic, the Warforged turned its full attention to him, saying that the group had brought the enemy here, and that the enemy must be destroyed, and spent the rest of its efforts trying to kill Philly. It was ultimately unsuccessful, as the group were able to defeat him, make their way back to the World Between Worlds, have a very, very quick debrief before Valkyrius went back home, the group went to the map room and then went to go speak with Bob the Skull about the stone that Philly has that has caused him to hear voices at times and to have increasing abilities when he chooses to accept it.
But he never did.
You've done it like twice. You didn't in this fight. You've done it in the past. You're not doing it in this fight.
Go ahead.
Oh, I do.
Wait, what happened? What did
he does not recall using the powers of this stone in the past. The best example would be when you used it to stop the arcane bane mist from escaping Patron's house or Patra's house. You used it to make the vines grow up and block the window entirely, make it airtight.
Okay. All right.
I'd check my notes. I believe you've used this power either 2 or 3 times. We ended that session with Catcher and I believe the rest of the group approaching Bob.
Is somebody talking? Or
approaching Bob and asking him about the stone. And after a quick look over the stone, Bob saying, "You guys are fucked." Little housekeeping notes.
Yo, he said what?
You guys are fucked. Few housekeeping notes. Tailspy is working, so we have that today. The little program I used to make your avatars blink when you talk had a massive update, so only a few of them are working correctly. But that's okay. That's not the most important thing that happens here.
Did you mention that the...
I'm a clock out. I'll be back on the 11.
Okay.
Clock out?
He had a social engagement. He will be back.
He got a clock?
About the wall city between Jill Russell being next?
No, I didn't. Thank you.
Y'all getting paid for this?
No one say yes. He doesn't know. I don't pay him. You guys are aware that the next wall city to rise will be the wall city of Quell, which is in between Gillivesto and Faust.
And also we got days on the 52.
Yes, you guys got some bonus days on the staff for having managed this room before the time was going to end on it. And you also chose to accelerate the rise of escalation, which gave you those bonus days. Though, to be fair, you did not know it would give you bonus days. You just wanted to do it.
And then we leveled up again.
You did not level up again. Real Curious did say when he returned in the morning that one of the first tasks you should do is figure out where the actual entrance to that room is in case you need to set up some parameters so other people don't go in it. Though you are confident that no one else can make a choice in this room does not represent a lot of information. Any other questions, comments, concerns, or reminders? It has been 2 weeks, so if there's anything that needs to be brought up, feel free to just yell it out.
War. Fuck the system.
Okay. That's all that I remember off the top of my head. Oh, you got anything, Manny?
I did pick up the great sword that the guy had, but
Yes.
haven't found out exactly what it does yet.
Let me make sure I pull up that information.
Yeah.
Yes, you do have the great sword. As a reminder, Craghammer has been flooded, though majority of that city has been saved. Escalation has been jettisoned into the sky and rapidly stopped.
Did you say we met new Bob? Bob? No, not Bob.
You met new Harry.
What's his name?
Yeah, you met new Harry, H2, potentially nicknamed Hummer.
H2, right.
So you met him, you had a conversation. He is as living of a living creature as it gets. He can be dismissed by Harry. He can run out of points, which would kill him, or he could use all of his spell slots, which would also kill him. So
He said
wow.
he's just like Harry Seldon on Foundation, like the one in the vault. He's
He
like
is very much
Harry
like the
too.
Vault Harry, Harry Sheldon. Yes.
What did I say?
You should tell them.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
He's very, very much like that. It's a very good example. For those who are up on Foundation, the series, not the. Yes, he's there. He has limited. He has general arcane knowledge, cantrips. He has numbered spells, but limited spell slots. Though in a pinch, he does have them to use. Should he ever run out, he stops existing. Outside of that, he is fully Harry. And not overly important, but apparently that's the second time there's been more than one Harry. The last time it happened, the other Harry was a ghost. And was very quick to move on to the afterlife, so didn't stick around very long. Anything else before we...
How many times has Harry died?
Technically or officially? He lives a dangerous life. He might as well be a James Bond. But you guys got back, had a quick conversation with Valkyrus, and went to bring the stone to Bob to find out more information about it, as the Warforged being so upset at Philly's presence has kind of swung your attention back to it. I believe the whole group went to see Bob. We will say you all did, as it might be pertinent information. But you are in front of Bob. He has taken a moment to look at the stone, replied, "You all are fucked," and here we are.
Kindly explain.
Bob says, okay, sure. How do I start with this? Which one of you all picked up the compulsion stone and used it?
We're gonna say he says it was me. Philly.
Bob says, that tracks. So, how do I explain compulsion stones to children?
Oh shit!
Damn.
So they are based on a different artifact. This is kind of a knockoff, though it works very, very well. What you do is you kind of insert a very, very dominant spirit or personality into the stone, and when touched and certain requirements are met, that personality or spirit can then impress itself upon you, usually to talk to you and or grant you abilities. Generally speaking, that fraction of a spirit is linked to the main thing, and they're usually trying to get you to do what the main thing does. Really strong form of magic, usually leads to people going crazy or possessed or evil. Never seen one for good, but generally speaking, once you touched it and accepted whatever it offered, you're kind of in it for a long haul, if that makes sense.
Ay, Dios mío.
Are you able to tell the origin spirit of this?
Well, no, this is empty now. It's whatever's in his head, I guess.
If I tell
Way to
you,
track it.
But track it back.
I can give some context about.
Yeah,
the
I
spirit.
love contacts. And the lights in the eyes will kind of gleam towards you.
It is linked to the phenomenon called, was it Whispers of the World? I think. Whisper. Is that what it's called? What the hell is it called?
Whispers of the World is a thing, yeah.
Yeah. And it is fundamentally opposed to whatever the weapon is. What the walls are.
The eyes will kind of zing a bit. Well, the glowing will dim and get brighter and dim and get brighter.
Or hold on, no, it's the enemy of what's his name?
Getting started.
No. The maker. What's his name?
Oh.
Yes, the maker.
Juvens.
Juvens.
Bob will take a kind of a sigh of remembrance, which is weird because he has no lungs. Oh, Juvens. I haven't heard that name in a lifetime. Well, your little mortal lifetimes. Huh. Whispers of the World, too. You guys are just getting into every little thing, aren't you? Well, there's a lot of things that are enemy of Juvens. There's a lot of, well, not many things that whisper around the world. But, you know, whenever you mortals hear languages you can't understand and go crazy, you guys kind of all blame it on whispers of the world. So it's a little hard to narrow down what you're actually hearing. As far as Juvens and enemies,
And whatever the weapon, the walled weapon is aimed at, it's this thing. Like,
well, that's fascinating too. I mean, I wasn't really spending my day-to-day dealing with that. My owner at the time didn't really care about that. I don't know if Harry explained. Did he explain? I usually have an owner, and what the owner wants to do is what I do. So if the owner didn't care about that during those times, then I just don't know about it. If the owner didn't let me out to go look at it, then I never saw it. Like, if you guys told me there was a new flavor of ice cream, I wouldn't know, because Harry doesn't let me go eat ice cream. But let me think what I know about the walls. What you guys have told me, you know, I assume maybe it was for killing giants? Giants are big. And
no, is there anything that giants and dragons had, an enemy they had in common?
Gods, demons, devils, I don't know, disease? Are you talking about actual villain or like a metaphorical existential threat?
Real, like
Disease is
existential
very
threat.
real. Let me tell you, I've seen so many
No,
people.
that you could.
just-
Okay, no. No.
Physical enemy.
That has
Okay, gotcha.
consciousness of its own.
I mean, Fae? There's not a lot of otherworldly things that like to hop around in the material plane. You got some boogies from the Shadowfell, but they kind of fall in demon or devil sometime. Well, you got the Nine Hells, but that's very specifically the devils. You know, the gods may have been punching them in the face back then. But if you're not talking divine, then I would think of a planar enemy. Maybe it cuts the world
Whatever
off
it
from everywhere
was.
else.
It does what?
Maybe it cuts the world off from everywhere else, if the Fae were the problem.
Oh.
But you said if it's in his head, then I can't really use the gem to trace it back to what it was. And depending on the level of intelligence and sentience, it can kind of just hide in there.
Well, I guess the good news is you can't force him to do anything.
No,
Honestly,
no,
doesn't
it's more like
accept-
giving really, really good deals when he's really, really desperate.
Nah.
Can you see into the astral plane?
Yeah.
Well, you can see it in the astral plane. If you look at him and possibly me in the astral plane.
Bob narrows his eyes. You ever like been in a tavern, right? And you're minding your business, and you just know someone's looking at you, right? And you know they shouldn't be. You're not bothering anyone, but someone's looking at you. So finally, you turn and you look, and you don't know who this person is, but you know they have a problem with you. And you get up and you fight that person. You ever been in that situation? Looking at you, Jerry. My point is, Not always why I still
I'm sorry.
look at something.
My bad. I missed that. What happened?
Bob said, you ever been in a tavern minding your business and you can just tell that someone else in that tavern is looking at you? And you know you haven't done anything to them, you know they have no reason to look at them, but they just won't look away. So eventually you turn and look. And you immediately realize you have a problem and you go over and you fight them.
Yeah, of course.
See, he
You call
gets
that a
it.
Thursday night.
A Thursday
Thursday
night.
night.
Geez, not a Thursday. It would be
I'm sorry, I don't know the
a
days.
fifth
the
day
names of
night.
the days. I call it a fifth day night.
That's interesting.
So my point being, while I could probably flick these blinkers on over to the astral plane, probably maybe look at it, I'm not bothering it right now. It's not bothering me, but if I look at it and it knows I'm looking at it, then it may just turn, look at me, and want to fight. So, you know, I can do that eventually, but initially let's just deal with here. Are you guys in any danger from this thing? I mean, you know, he's fucked because it's there forever, but outside of that, you know, just
Oh God.
no. I mean, it's fine. Just
Can it be
give
There's no way to
exercise?
get rid of it for him.
Can it be
I've never
exercised?
exercise. I mean, that's I don't deal with divine. I deal with logic.
I mean,
I
removed.
removed. You know, I don't
I mean, it's
know.
spiritual.
I've never done it. Technically, you can remove intellectual parasites. I guess that's kind of the ballpark. Dangerous.
You sound a bit curious.
You said it's an extension of the hole. Theoretically, if the hole was
Yes
removed,
and yes. Well, no, if you remove the
Ooh.
hole, the piece still stands, but it can just, you know, if it stays, it's not really meant to stay long term. I don't know the effects of long term existence on something that wasn't supposed to live long. You get my drift. It's kind of just supposed to
Yeah.
bring you on home to dad, and then it disappears. So, I mean, if you kill the original, this thing will be there, and it will, I don't know, change, go away, have an existential crisis. I'm not sure. But if you have
I'm just concerned
willpower,
that if he continues to resist and it stays there for too long, it will reduce his brain to mush.
oh,
Don't want that to happen.
I think usually in these situations they kind of want the person whole and able. They don't want, you know, because if it starts like, you know, destroying him and he gives in later, then they get nothing because they got a little destroyed thing that came to play.
Huh.
You know, the ones I'm used to, like what this impulsion thing is built on an ancient coin system of a bunch of fallen angels. They were vicious. They, you know, and those coins, you know, if you touch them, it's in your mind. And the next person that touched it, same thing. They could just multiple pieces of it. This one seems to be a one-off, but those were bad news. This just seems like a copy of that. So, you know, maybe if you kill the main source, that might be it.
Is it possible for it to overtake his will without him knowing?
Overtake his will?
I think a more specific question would be, could it overpower an oath?
That was my next question. I was thinking that too. Actually,
Well,
If it cannot
very-
overpower an oath, then it could
what do you
never
mean by
fully take over
overpower?
his mind.
What do you mean overpower an oath? I mean, if you said I will not jump in the air and
I hold
it makes
out.
you jump, then yes.
Well, actually, no, I don't have the staff of oaths. I can't hold it out. Who-
Who has
We-
the
I've
cool
got staff
thing?
pages.
we made a trip to the Hall of Oaths.
You guys have been to the Hall
And-
of Oaths?
Uh-huh. And
You guys are so much more
basically,
exciting than Harry. All
We
he
were
does is save the
granted-
world. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I know, boring stuff.
Loser.
we were granted protection from anything that would control our will, physical or mental. What was it? What was something
Physical.
physical or mental autonomy.
Although, downside, we did specify and put a small limiter on it. If this
Did we?
entity is not humanoid,
Did we say that?
then the oath has no effect. We did, yes.
Who said that?
He did. After a long conversation, in an effort to still allow abilities like hold monster.
Yes, you guys did not want to have every version of Hold taken away from you.
Oh,
Oh, you
was
magical
that
types.
a group?
Well, it's because you magical types.
It was a group decision.
No,
Because Hold's monster is super important. Dominate monster, stuff like that is very. There are some things you need to stop from moving.
It's because you magical types. You just cannot let it go.
So
You
it was
want to
only
control
humanoid?
things.
Oh, that.
Well,
Yes,
humanoid
you have
covers
a
a
problem.
lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff.
Oh,
You can always
You gotta
hold
Because I
remember,
me
thought
too,
we-
this
we had
this
discussion
whole
about, like,
idea spawned from
too.
Flyrax's incursion with Solora.
Right. Right.
You can always hold me, Katsura.
Please.
Bob looks over. Can I
Yeah,
watch?
please.
Nothing. I don't know.
Bob will say, "Well, what you're describing is an interesting question. If I offered you 1,000,000 gold pieces to slap someone, have I broken your will? No. Have I broken your oath to not slap people? If you go slap them, sure. But I have not taken your will from you. I've just offered you something that you thought was more important. If this entity can offer our friend here something that he thinks is more important than any oath, yeah, that's gone.
Fucking drugs.
It's just temptation, you know? Like,
Please.
happens every day. So, I don't know. Be strong, buck up, communicate well. I don't know what to tell you. There's no like physical manifestation on you or anything. It's just like the stone, right?
Control.
I am gonna assume that
Oh. Ice users?
who is he told about the thing on his neck?
Me.
He just told us in the other room.
Okay. So then in this moment he will say to Bob that it's there and show Bob. Bob will say, "Oh, physical manifestation. That makes it a little more not great."
Didn't it fade?
Fade? No, it didn't grow.
No. Didn't I do greater? I did something. We did something. When somebody deactivated the stone for a minute, and didn't it fade away or no? Anyway, go ahead. Never mind.
I have to double check. For the moment, we will say it's not like a big. It's not the equivalent of the stone on his neck. It's just a small piece of what looks like it shining through the back of his neck. Bob will say, "Well, that's going to be a great indicator of the influence this thing has on him, or how much he's given into it." And honestly, you could use that connection to find whatever the hole is. Risky, but I've seen dumber plays work out.
Well, we saw a bigger version of the stone in the capstone dungeon. In the capstone 50 dungeon in escalation.
You can touch
In
it
there.
with your hands.
Oh,
It's very large.
It
oh
was quite
double
large.
O. Triple O. Well, if Harry ever lets me have another run around, I could go put some of my peepers on it. But I think I'm library bound for a while once this thing gets finished.
Do you have to listen to the new Harry or just the old Harry?
Oh, you mortals. There's only one Harry. He's just currently occupying 2 vessels.
So the new one, so H2 can still ask you to do things.
So, wait. Hold on. If I say something to H2, does H1 know? This is the same Harry, occupying two bodies. One mind.
Harry's not smart enough to be able to have that kind of communication with himself.
Dumb fuck. Okay, you can ask the question, Catherine.
Wait, I asked my question. I said, does he have to listen to H2? I thought he said no.
Yes.
He did say no?
No, he
No,
says yes.
he does have
Yes,
to.
he listens
It
to H2.
is still Harry.
Oh,
You're
oh,
H2
oh,
and
oh,
two
oh.
sixes.
Huh? No, nope.
Harry's Harry.
Okay.
It does get hairy with Harry.
Anyways, it would be helpful to know what it is that we're partially planning, but okay.
Well, once the library's done, I could probably do some real research for you.
Can we speed that up somehow?
Not really. Not really.
Get
a
some more
mechanic
people
for it.
working on it.
It's
What
not
was the
really
timeline
people
on that?
contingent.
Oh, it's
let me
not.
double check. No.
Oh, it's not? If we get
Not-
more skeletons?
Technically, it's not. We can fudge some things, but as
Oh,
written,
you
it's
can
not
grab
really
some
based
crack
on
hammer.
how many people work on
We
it.
can break some crack hammer. Stop that.
Gotcha.
Wow. Jeez.
No?
Dark days.
I haven't had
Waste not, want
look
not, I
into that.
guess.
You guys haven't gone back to yours yet.
Let's see, the library.
Oh,
What size is that thing?
If you look up, what's it called? Fino is smiling at Fino and Philly and Ketzer
Why?
because he just thinks it's fun that they're short.
So you guys have made
He's
the library counts as a roomy room, which typically takes 45 days to make. I think we put that down because the skeletons don't sleep. We typically put it down. We still have quite a while before it will be done. But there really was no. We could talk about maybe speeding it up, but there really was no function for how to do that as designed. Because these rooms have pretty significant things they can do, speed running adding a ton of them kind of throws things off.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say a timeline?
I did. I gotta find what because originally it was 45 days, but I had lessened it, I think, to
Okay.
35 maybe, because the skeletons don't get tired.
Right.
I'll double check what the timeline for that was.
Okay.
Um,
No problem. I think it's okay. I can. I think it's in the Discord. I'll check.
anything else for Bob?
You can hold these nuts.
No.
Okay. Bob will say, well, that's all. I'm gonna go back in here and kick my feet up.
All right. No skullduggery from you.
You're great. And the lights will go out as the skull floats back down to sit on the table.
And you said there's zero way that any of us have ever heard of the Man on the Moon, right?
Right.
The man is your mom.
We should pick up a newspaper, guys, to see what the state of the world is. Actually.
You guys have not taken a long rest, by the way, since that fight.
Oh,
No.
let's go do that.
Yeah,
Let's
you guys
do
want to
that.
really quickly
definitely
figure
need
out
to do
that part. But just in case you don't want to walk in the door just yet, I don't know.
Because the door we came, the fountain we went in through was an escalation anyway, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey. Oh,
Oh, but that's not what we're doing. Okay, never mind. Okay, good night.
Okay, so you all take a long rest. Everyone hit that long rest button. Let me advance on day one.
Oh, don't touch.
That was a button. 7. Thinking out of order. Okay, 7th day.
Lower health than I thought. You have lower health than lower hit points. Good for you.
Okay.
Got a tank.
It is now
Alright, new day.
Memorial the 7th on a 7th day.
Day.
You eventually
And-
all wake up.
What is my role for the day?
Oh, that's right. Let me double check the rules on your roll thing.
You gotta roll a d4 as well to see if you lie.
Yeah, I forgot what number says I lie or not.
I think it's a 4.
I think so too. Let me double check. And hopefully this adds some confusion about what I'm checking to see if I rolled a 4 or not.
Your patron be lying to you, dog? That's crazy.
He's his own
Right?
I know, that's crazy. He lying to protect himself.
I look at it as not so much as a lie, but things I do could have changed the outcome that he knew.
That makes sense.
That's a nice way to put it. When
13,
somebody lies to you,
Manny.
you don't want to hate him.
13. Alright.
She's like one of them.
Tastes like fucking weed. What the heck?
Okay.
Um,
Can somebody
and
please
then-
roll a D100 for me?
I can.
Faster, faster.
Oh, somebody roll it?
No, bro. Oh, you scared?
No, no, no.
What's
I
the
gotta
score,
say, Manny?
Stop.
You scared. 10.
Oh, depending on
94.
the great sword has, I may be offering the cloak of displacement up to somebody else.
What's that one do?
Gives disadvantage on all attack rolls.
I will take it.
Ooh, what are we rolling for right now?
No. So
Hush your mouth.
I asked for a
Hold on.
D100 roll. That's no one said anything, but that's for it. Manny was saying if the
I
weapon
did.
he got off.
That's what said 94.
I did not say what that was for. Is what I was telling Greg.
Yes, that's fine.
Manny found a new weapon. If it is very good, he will take off the cloak of displacement and give it to somebody else.
I will take that.
Understood.
No, you won't. You're already loaded to the max with shit you're tuned
It
to.
should be Slyrock or myself. Someone who is up there.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are you? What are you
I mean,
giving
not
up?
Slyrock.
Jerry.
Jerry or myself.
Okay, yeah, I agree. But I think that you're full of things that you can attune to. No.
I am not full of it, Jerry. You stop your bullshit. I can put on something.
I think you're full of it.
If you need it, you can.
I guess we just gotta wait and see what you get.
Can you identify this Slyrack, or are you just going to try to attune to it?
Ooh.
I cannot. I just have
Slyrock,
attuned
just
to it
attune to it.
while
Hold
I'm
on, let me
resting.
see.
Do not be a coward.
What?
I already attuned to it. Let me
Oh,
rest.
yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
This
Yeah.
There we go. Before you attune to it, should you?
Yes, he should have. No,
Well,
do not
We're
be
here.
this
We did
soft.
this. It happened.
I have removed Kirk.
It's like when X opened the drawer.
X going to
Oh,
the
right. Oh, God. Great.
Hold on, let me go grab this item really quick and see what it does. Let's see.
Yeah,
You don't
so
even
I got
Yeah,
one more
and-
space.
At the end of last session, I technically stated that I made it my packed weapon.
You did say you were doing that,
It-
which is a fun
Yeah,
thing to do.
he
Sight
decoded it.
unseen.
now it's a pack weapon.
Please stop.
That's what he does with his pack weapons. He deep throws them.
Please stop.
No, that was a
do you
different
not-
character on Critical.
No, what?
I
Slyra,
only make
what
it
you do with
appear
your-
that way.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
I
wow.
summon my
Okay.
weapon and I make
Slyrak,
Yes, force swap.
you have a
tongue
tuned.
pulling it out of my throat.
That's your choice.
He's a sword swallower. I told y'all.
Okay.
Wow.
Y'all gotta stop.
No, literally.
We are live on the interweb.
He literally swallows his sword.
Bro,
That's
Remember
what-
too that I am a snake.
yes.
Yes.
They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear this in Vietnam, bro.
What?
All right. So, anyways, getting off of this really redundant
Boy.
joke.
My Viet homies know.
Please stop.
Please
stop it right
It
now.
wasn't a joke. Jokes are funny.
You
Yes.
attune to you essentially force attune to this by making it your pack weapon.
Nope.
This does have some attunement requirements that you do not qualify for. So
Oh, they have a strength requirement.
strength or dex that you do not hit either of.
Okay,
As such,
As my packed weapon, I don't use strength or dex.
I would see. I don't know
Replace
though. Like
that with my
as
charisma.
you replace a
You
weapon
can give it to me.
requirement, or you replace your usage of it. If a weapon requires strength, and you can use charisma instead to swing it, that's one thing. If you can override its attunement requirements that way, that's another.
I don't know about that. It doesn't specifically.
Yeah, because this would be needing to
can override.
override its attunement requirements, which I would say that wouldn't do.
Battle of the
I would-
Dungeon Masters.
So you'd be fully attuned. I mean, so it's a +3
Dude,
attack
what's up?
weapon, but you're not gonna get any of the actual goodies. So as it currently stands, it would be a +3 bonus to attack and damage. So a +3 greatsword is what
I
it
will
would be
say.
for you.
And no one who is listening wants to hear your bullshit.
This is a buff
And-
table. He's just it's
Oh,
just
buff
Slack
table,
muttering to
okay.
himself in the corner.
This is for
Um,
Verge.
And just
We are losing listeners.
so
Okay. I'm gonna mute.
the
So it's
packed weapon can't force the attunement though.
see, I don't know if that would because like if a weapon was like cleric only, I don't think you could pack weapon it and break that either.
Bro.
Like, I feel like the very specific only this thing can use it is regardless of your pack. Trying to force its way through.
Okay.
Maybe if you could,
I mean,
if you had a
plus three
regular
weapon is still
patron, you could just talk to the
weak.
patron. That'd be a different conversation. But you know,
I mean, you can pass it over to me. I'll see what
what
it does.
is the?
I was about to
strength or
say
dex
the
requirement?
18.
Pass it to me. I got
Alright.
you.
So you need
Oh, I
a
can
strength or a dex
get
of 18.
there. Don't mind.
I can
my
also
next
take it. I
ability
think Gary will
or
be better with
improvement,
it.
I could get.
My strength is a 20.
My dexterity is a 20.
Oh, either of them can use it.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah.
I will keep in mind it is a
You
two-handed
use it,
item.
So
too.
you can't use your shield.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
give it to
two-handed
Geralt.
weapon.
I don't use a shield.
Give it to Geralt.
My
But you're
name's not Gerald.
22 AC with no shield.
No, Geralt. I said
Yes.
Geralt. I said it. We do not pronounce the hard E.
Should I put on a shield? Wait, what does a shield do for you?
Gives you +2 to your AC.
If you plus 2 to your AC.
No, you have a shield. Hold on. What am I looking at?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I
you
do
have the
have a
shield
shield.
button
It's
pressed.
not a-
Yes, you have a +2 shield. I don't know where you got that
But what does the weapon do?
I don't know where you got a +2 shield from, but you have one.
What does the weapon do?
No one's attuned to it. I can't just give you that for free. I'm
Wait,
afraid.
what the fuck?
If you take this, it's
Doesn't Jerry have identifier?
gonna
I'll
drop
take
your
the
AC down to 18.
No, I don't have identifier.
Oh, I thought
I will attune to it.
Okay.
My strength only needs to be. Well, go ahead. Attune. Let's see what it does.
I can work out.
So over breathless, you have to take an hour. Take an hour and attune to the weapon. So Fino, you can
Real quick before
add-
you say this, like, do you actually have room to attune to more shit? Because I could have sworn
Yeah.
Like
No,
you
I have
just
one
said?
spot.
Okay. All right,
Because
cool,
Slyrex
cool.
is my necklace that I attuned to. I gave it
Alright.
to Slyrex.
That's bad.
I told you, I'm not full of it, Gary.
Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't believe you back then.
Zaid, you can add
Oh, no,
the Maker's Retort on D&D Beyond. The weapon's in there.
The Maker's what?
Retort.
Okay.
And you realize you're giving up your sneak
I'm
attack,
not
right?
giving up anything yet. I am possibly giving up.
Okay.
I know.
Good.
Where's my inventory? Inventory, hard to find. Here it is. Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to use my flame tongue if I put this on.
Where do I find it?
So you wouldn't be able to use your sneak attack.
Why is
You
that?
go manage inventory and type it in.
Okay, I'm reading it.
And I'll read it out loud for the viewers at home.
You have a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. When an opponent misses an attack, have that creature roll their damage dice. Half of that damage is stored to the sword. Stored can hold 5 charges worth of stored damage. With a reaction, all stored damage is released in a 30-foot line that's 5 feet wide, 10 feet tall. Dex save of 17 to take half damage. All charges are released harmlessly 1 minute after the first charge is stored.
That's so dope.
Right?
That is pretty good.
Now, why would I be what's it called in this? Losing my sneak attack? Sorry.
Because sneak attack requires a finesse weapon.
Okay.
Oh,
Your
does it?
sneak attack is pretty. You're
Great
not going to give it to
No,
Gary.
I'm not
Attack is the most
using it.
important thing in
I
the
was saying
world.
you should give it to
Yeah, I'm
Gary.
hoping unless Jerry wants. I'm just going to
Wait,
keep
hold
You
on.
have your thing, and then Jerry has.
He's
his-
not getting rid of his sneak attack, guys. He's not going to use this.
He has a sneak attack too.
I have a sneak. I'm saying I'm not getting rid of my sneak attack. I'm not going to use this unless Jerry wants it. I'm going to give it to Jerry
That's what I'm
No, I
excited to
think I'm
Gary.
good.
No.
because he
Yeah,
wants
I
that
think
plus
I'm
2.
good.
Yo,
Yeah.
bruh. this
Hold
is
on,
way
hold
better
on,
than
hold on,
plus
hold on.
2.
Hold
I
on.
will gladly keep this weapon. And my next ability score increase,
I will give it back to you when you're ready.
Wait, can you? If you use a sneak attack, and then once you've used your sneak attack, can you switch to this weapon?
You can use it once a turn. Sneak attack.
Oh.
as a rogue,
It
you only
makes
get the
no
one
sense.
attack.
It makes the rogue. Like losing sneak attack would be destroying the character.
Wait, which strength do you have to have for that?
18.
Dex or strength. 18.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm good.
Oh, you
Can I use
fucking
that
coward.
in my 8th form?
Yeah.
No, because you couldn't attune to it as catcher. You can't stay ape long enough to attune to it.
Hold on.
I mean, if you're not gonna use it,
Lyra,
I
I will
will
give it back
take
to you
it.
when you're ready.
There has to be one.
I mean, you could use it until Slavat can, but you're gonna drop your AC down to 20. Not the end of
Well,
the
my
world,
whole thing
so-
was,
No, if his shield, there was a +2 shield, it's going to drop his AC to 18.
Oh, I'm sorry, right? You're
Right.
correct. It dropped it to 18.
Wait, if I wild shape into a creature with the larger strength, can I use it then?
If you take an hour to attune to it after you wild shape.
now if
Why
I
though? Don't I
attune to it, do I
retain
have
all
to have
my
an
Because
I'll
outfit?
you-
just have a +13
In
to
a
hit.
wild shape?
So, for Casper's question, catcher does not have the stats to attune to this item. And your wild shape your stats would change. You wouldn't have those stats until
Got
you
you.
change. What
Got
were
you.
you saying, Benny?
I said I would like to just keep this weapon and have a +13
Hello?
hit,
There you go.
and I still get to keep my cloak
Yeah.
because it's not going to eat up.
Oh, so
attunement
just
slot.
use it unattuned.
Because I can't
essentially.
attune to it.
Use it as the path weapon for now.
No,
And just
no,
get
I will not
the
give it.
+3.
You will not waste this weapon. You will use it at its full strength.
Well, not at all.
I collected this weapon, sir.
Oh, my bad. I
It is,
didn't mean to
it is
roll.
mine.
You want it from me, you come take it from me.
Give
Oh
out.
boy.
And I choose not. Okay. It is currently my pact weapon. I just resummon it.
It's not
It
because
appears
you,
in my
you let him attune to it. That would have to break the pact, I assume.
Oh yeah, I
But-
imagine it would. Yeah.
At this
You cannot
moment,
have-
Valkyrus comes in with like some bagels, some
You
newspaper.
cannot have it.
Oh,
I screamed at Welker.
am I interrupting something? I brought breakfast.
We should try to trade it.
And then
Just
I,
give it to
I
Mandy.
go over
You
to
have-
Lyra and I say,
I do not wish
you want
to
it, I will
trade
give
it.
it back to
I
you.
wish to keep the sword that I collected.
You talked over, giving it back.
Right, I was about to say he
Yeah.
already said he would give it back. No, but I want that to happen. I want him to have yelled that over, and Fino's already like handing it out to him, and just be like,
Well, you know, here's that. He sneaks it onto his body. He
Jerry
tries to
looks
sneak it
at-
on his Lyra.
Jerry looks at the sword and then just kind of looks at the ground with secondhand embarrassment.
oh, that's awesome.
Let me do this.
If you all are done,
Hold on.
I'm gonna eat some drinks.
I roll a 23 to try to sneak it onto Slyrack without him knowing.
Valkyrus is handing out donuts and bagels and orange juice.
No coffee.
Indeed. Well, I don't know if you wanted coffee. I don't know how everyone does with stimulants. But
It's
these are Bavaria bagels. They are specially made. I'm sure you'll love them. Hand out some
What's
bagels.
special about them?
From
It's the
Bavaria.
water.
What do you mean? Thank
the
you.
water.
Thank you. Jerry gets it.
It's the
Mm,
water. It comes from the frozen ice caps in Bavaria. Do you not know?
No, just Bavarian
But I
water
will say-
just makes the perfect bagel.
Avalanche water is better.
Oh boy.
Maybe for drinking, not making
Real
bagels.
curious think for a moment. It has its flavors, but I feel most people aren't used to it. So there's an adjustment period with Avatanjo water.
I'd like to also say I've never had this bagel before, so
Enjoy.
If it's ass.
Enjoy. He will pull up a chair and sit down. I really, really like your house.
is that a threat?
Right. That
No.
felt.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, my house is. I,
Weird.
A threat.
I think my house is better if that makes you feel.
He said he was going to steal our house. I don't know how that goes. You're going
I'll
to steal
have-
the house. Are you going to pick it up?
I'll have to have you over sometime. I'm sorry. I was trying to be friendly. Did not come across
Oh,
friendly.
I'd love it. I'd love to see your house.
No,
No, I just-
I knew you were joking. I mean, I knew you were being friendly. These people are weird.
No,
I
serious
lived a
question.
different life before.
Is it a giant-sized house?
You talking about the one right out here? A little bit. Like
Oh, that's
uh,
what you're talking about. Oh,
I'm talking
I
about this
thought
one.
you
This
meant
one is not
real house.
Oh, no, you all can't come there. Not through the door. You have to take the long way to visit Bavaria.
Which one
You
were
have
you
a-
inviting us to?
The one here, the U-size house.
Oh no, I don't care about that. No, I don't want to see that. Oh,
I
Oh,
designed it
It's
personally.
very rude, right?
I want to see it too.
He looks taken aback. I designed that personally.
Did you do the interior design as well?
Yes, there's a passion.
I'd like to
we'll
see
let us
that.
know.
I think I can
We'll
learn
see
a
it.
lot about you from your decor.
It's Fortress of Solitude.
Well, another time. I think we have some more important things, and he'll open a paper. Craghammer's still alive, huh? Good job. Lots of people died. For some reason, there were a bunch of demons running around. Honestly don't know what that was about.
That's very weird.
Extremely. But,
Were they involved?
I don't know. Apparently, the evil druid, who's been blamed for all of the flooding, made a very large, major image of herself on multiple discs, screaming about flooding the city. People were very worried, and as soon as the holograms ended, demons appeared. which is very confusing for her messaging. But nonetheless, demons appeared, the water fell, the first disc is a bit flooded out, but everything else seems to be okay-ish. There were a lot of casualties of the upper crust, as it were, but these things do happen. You know, some important families will be upset, but they only have the important people to be upset at. King's made a few rounds. It's only been a day or so.
The king has made rounds.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. God damn it. Hold on.
Watch your language.
King gave a
It
little
is God.
rallying speech. He did inform everyone that through his actions, the deaths were minimized and the lower disc was saved. So everyone's a bit, on the king's side, but thumbs up for that. Though some important dignitaries that were his personal guests did perish, apparently.
They did?
And he kind of folds the paper over and looks at you. They did.
Which one?
Some important leaders of middling houses around the nations. No one of, well, I would say of note, but I'm not sure if you know would be of note. No nation.
Who from
leaders.
Gilvasto?
From where?
Gilvasto.
Sylvester.
Mhm.
A prominent house leader, one of the upper 8, or one of the upper 10 perished.
Was he the one?
Was he the one what? No, that gentleman was from Veritas, not Gilveston.
Veritas. Okay, sorry. I meant Veritas.
No, everyone from the gentleman from Veritas is fine.
Okay. Then I don't care.
But about 5 of the people we saved did not survive.
How do you feel about that?
Roll
Genuinely.
persuasion.
Okay. Nope.
What'd you get?
2, maybe 7-ish? Something like that?
7 is no.
That's what I'm
He-
saying.
he says, in my line of work, how I feel about missions on task to complete isn't very important. We completed what we set out to do. We saved lives. We did a good thing for a good reason. What happens outside of that is beyond our control. But there's that, and he'll pull out another paper. This is the more interesting bit. Over the course of 1 hour, Gilvasto escalation rose 90 feet to the top of the wall. Rapid acceleration as far as large cities go, but there wasn't too much damage. There are lots of injuries, a lot of structural issues, and everyone is stuck because it's 90 feet in the air. Needless to say, everyone's very scared, very confused, and the world is jumpy.
Question.
Yes.
No, right. For scrying, if you scry on someone, but it's like, I don't know, like a shapeshifter or something like that, what will the scry like fail, or will it? Because it's not the actual person, right? Like if it's a person's dead.
I mean, no. If the person's dead, it wouldn't work. If the person has changed forms, I think it still works. Let me double check.
Okay. I want to scry on the king. That's why. Before we go.
Or you're scrying on Uncle King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, you're scrying on a creature. You're not scrying on how that creature looked the last time you saw them.
Right.
Very interesting. And I think that's probably why shapeshifters have a very good save on this. Usually. They're pretty high wisdom creatures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to scry on the king.
That's just my uncle.
You are aware you have to be on the same plane of existence as the person you're scrying.
Oh,
So you could not do
I
it.
forgot we're not in a
Wait,
plane.
Yeah.
didn't we scry once on Anton in a different plane?
There was a lot of wiggle room in that one. I forgot
Okay.
the circumstance.
Okay,
What
no,
do you guys-
all
what do you guys-
good.
Yeah,
I
we
was just
scribed
making-
with him when he was in the Feywild.
That's cool, but he's saying like it shouldn't have.
But it was something. I think there was something to it.
Something, yeah, there was something to that. It wasn't a regular version of that.
Okay.
I think so. I forgot how we got to that, but
You just got
Oh,
his hair.
No
ripped
worries.
out.
Rokira says, so
Just got his hair
we
ripped
do
out.
need to figure out where the room where it happens door actually is. If we need to barricade it, enforce it, strengthen it, I do have some people in mind who wouldn't ask any questions. It would only answer to me and or us, depending on how you'd want that to be structured.
Well, if there's stone in that area, I can seal it off myself, so we can get later someone else to reinforce it, I suppose.
All right. Do we want to do that now? We will also have the
Yes.
next wall city to worry about.
Let's quickly do the thing with the room, just so we're
Okay.
not worried about it, and then
She said the thing.
stay with the thing.
All right,
Mhm.
let's,
And then I do
let's
need
go
to make
door
a
hopping.
escalation anyway.
Okay. So without objection, you all will.
We're going to look for the actual door of the room.
Yeah, we can just open the door. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
essentially
pull the
go-
key out. and open it.
Opening one door, pull the key
Yeah,
out,
yeah, yeah.
opening it again.
Right.
Wait, why pull the key out?
Because if you don't, you're
Because
going to go
otherwise,
back
it's
to
going
the
to take us
wall.
right back to our.
If we don't what?
If you
It'll
don't
take
turn
us back
off-
to our place.
Yeah, if you don't turn
Ah.
off the.
Right.
Or I guess does it have to be the owner of the key that opens it? It'll take us back to our place, or is it any of us? I don't know how.
Oh
I
yeah,
forget how
don't
it
they have to
works.
be within a certain?
I keep forgetting to write this shit down. It keeps not coming up and then coming up.
I think they have to be within a certain radius of the door.
I want to say it was 10 feet.
Yeah, but I thought that we.
It was 10 feet, but I wasn't sure if it was all of us or the owner.
Wait,
The
right?
owner.
That's actually a good. I forgot.
Is the owner?
Uh,
Okay, so
we
so
decided
if
it
the
was all-
owner
I'm going
doesn't
to
know.
write this shit down tomorrow.
So the owner is the only one that can use the door.
I believe it was
No.
the owner could designate other people. Right now, we're taking the key out the door.
Okay.
I don't want to get in the weeds on this right now. Like, I
Let's
tried not to-
de-designate it because then we won't be able to get back to this room
I'm-
in between.
No. Any key to any door hole takes you to here.
Ah, got it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I got it.
I've tried to write the key so not to nerf them to one person only can use them. 'Cause that
Right.
the
That's
premise
right.
of it. That's,
So
that's
we
why
can
it's a
take it
little
out
tricky,
and
'cause I'm trying to
put it
not
back
make it
in
nerf.
once we.
Correct.
Right.
So
Back
there's no way you
down.
lose access to here. And as long as you go
Yeah.
back into the room where it happens and enter this space from there, you still have access to that. So it can be done without complication to make sure it sets up, it ends the exact
Yeah.
way you start.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay. So you all go
Hmm.
into the room where it happens. Do map button. Yawn.
Is that lava? Is the room
Be
melting?
amazed at how you
Oh.
make rooms.
Going away.
Layers for effects.
Gotcha.
It's melting. It's melting.
Okay, so you guys get to the room where it happens. I'm gonna drop one token instead of multiple because that takes time. You take the key out, deactivating the door, and open the regular physical door to its actual location. It
We're
does
in
open
double
in. Initially, it kind of takes a second, and Valkyrus and Jerry both grab one handle and pull to force it open. And as it does, you can kind of see completely dark room. I think at least one of you has dark vision. But there's a bunch of boxes stacked up almost to the ceiling in this room. Kind of blocking
I
the
cast
door.
detect magic across the threshold.
Okay. You cast detect magic. There's nothing magical that you can see, and nothing with. There's some caveats to that, but no magic that you can see.
I'm gonna send my familiar through.
Okay. Your snake begins slithering through the boxes, looking through its eyes, I assume.
Yes.
Eventually, you make your way through the first couple layers of boxes. It seems to be some kind of storeroom. There are main doors that seem to be closed. It does seem to be a room of storage. There's a bunch of tools in here, lots of boxes, some carts. Seems to be well kept, but although everything does seem to
Can you
be
fit underneath any of the doors?
These doors. There's only one door leading out. Roll a dexterity check. These doors are pretty well made to keep everything out.
Dexterity. 9 on the dice. Slyrax's dexterity would make that a 12.
You gotta use the creatures.
I don't know what the other dex for the snake is. Let me see.
I don't think it's as high as Slyrax.
Let's see. Hang on 1 second. The snake has a dex of. Oh no! It is also a +3, also 12.
Okay. As the snake tries to slither through the underneath of the door, it can't quite get through. See, the door has been sealed against this kind of intrusion, or the intrusion of anything small.
Yeah.
Things do look to be a little out of
say-
sorts in here.
You
Like they got
spider?
knocked over.
Even a spider?
Who knows? Definitely a snake
All
can't
right.
get through.
I'll wild
Yeah.
shape to the spider.
Okay. Spider catch her.
Well,
makes her way-
first, before I do that, actually,
Uh-huh.
can we just look at the boxes and see if there's anything like we can see where, like, you say like Acme and Co. or something, like, you know, we can figure out what
I mean, you
business this
can
is?
pull the boxes down from your side if you want. They're just boxes. There's nothing. Roll investigation for me. As you guys look at the wall of boxes.
Anybody want to assist or anything?
Investigation? I'll
Because they-
investigate too.
Does she have advantage since we're all like kind of helping?
Yeah, so someone with advantage. Roll
Oh, yeah, I
actually
can
roll,
vibe.
but-
I'll help her. I'll investigate too.
What is my investigation? I never know what tab to look at. Oh yeah, my investigation is a +6. So
You got what? Me too.
hold on.
Sharp skills.
Okay. I trip and fall into the wall.
That's all right. I
I'm-
got you. And I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use knowledge of past stuff too. I might as well. That's okay. Fino got you. 28 altogether.
28.
That's
As you're looking at one of the boxes, let me get to my little page.
My nose is bleeding a little from my fall.
On the boxes, as you kind of look through them, or look on the side of them, trying not to disturb them too much. On one of the lower boxes, you kind of wipe away some dust, and there's a big UBVB on it. And the VB is inset in like a very faint crown. And
You be
you
very
maybe-
busy.
You recognize this as the VB for the Underbaron Von Bin Bloodkith. That is his crest.
Oh, that's what I need to do anyway.
Ooh.
Perfect.
These boxes belong to him in some form. With a
I-
28, you do recall next to the mines, connected to his personal manor, is a storage house.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
And
These
we're
are
on good
his.
terms with him, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and I needed to talk to him anyway. This is perfect.
Wait. Is this perfect, or do we need to steal shit from him right now?
Come, no, let's not do that today. Not today.
No, the way
I'm always down with stealing shit.
let's talk
Come
to
on.
him first,
Let's just
and then
talk
come
to him.
back and rob him.
Oh boy.
I'm also always down with the
says,
dog after Rob.
Valkyria says, so are we taking the Underbaron's workshop? Are we pushing these boxes aside and sealing this? What's the plan here? Are we asking him nicely to give us this door?
We can seal it from. Because what's the floor made out of here? Stone, I'm assuming, correct?
Stone. Grumpy Matt says steel shit. For those who know
We can seal this entire room up.
But which side? Well, here's the thing. Which side are we going to seal it from? Because once it's sealed, we can't come back through the door.
We can seal his door so he cannot get into his storeroom anymore.
Why the hell would we do that?
So we can have permanent access to his storeroom and steal shit.
At that point,
that.
okay.
So-
The door's open in, right?
Yeah, this door opens in
to the room where it
this
happens?
space. Correct.
Well, that we can completely seal the doorway. We just open the doors, and we
And walk
seal it,
into a wall?
and close the doors, and then put our key back in.
Right, but
Well-
we can't go talk to him.
We are talking about a mining people. With time, they get the door open. It's just a door.
Yeah. The other part too is, Kaiser, I do not think it's smart to try to walk through from his storeroom, as in we are in his storeroom. Just walk out into the. I
We
think
should
that
take
might
the
be a bad
long.
idea.
If we're going to talk to him, take the long way for sure.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes
We need to
sense.
know
We
what
keep
we're
trying
going
to pretend the storeroom is a good thing as far as talking to him. It's a
I
good
thought
thing
that's
for us
what we were
to have.
doing.
Oh yeah, no,
I
this
think
time, no. Cassie's going to walk out of the storage room like.
Oh shit!
Well, you are uncouth, and
Who's
you
uncouth?
you were trapped for quite a while of your
Hold
life.
on.
Right? I do not blame you. you. You have problems.
Valkyria
I'm
says,
on your side. I thought we were gonna go around and talk to him first.
Me too.
Valkyria
'cause-
says, we do have some resources if we need to make some arrangement. It's not like we need the things in his storage building. We just need the door not to be accessed.
Mhm. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what I can do here.
I have made you all slightly wealthy, and so have you in your other endeavors. It could just be a monetary amount.
First of all, I don't like how you said that. You didn't do anything. We did it. You paid us.
I think we just said the same thing twice.
We didn't.
I simply mean that if it's a question of funds, I think we could manage that. If it's a question of bargaining favors, you all have your skill sets, I have mine, though I don't want to include Riveria in this if we can avoid it. It's off the books, as it were.
Mm-hmm. So, do you know someone unrelated to Rivera that could magically seal the door?
Again, I do think the best route is just people ensuring no one goes here. I know magical seals, I just know how to break them. People are going to want to know why the city's 90 feet in the air. They'll find out eventually. Even if they don't know where this room is, they'll find out this room exists.
Well, the one thing that I have, if we seal this door off into the room where it happens, if we make it look like a good job, it just looks like a wall was here.
I'm saying I can just make it a flush wall.
It's just not to, as far as completely block people out, but to stop people from thinking it's anything special here.
Right. That still leaves the person who owns it knowing there was a door here. Now there isn't.
Why did he never open it? That's just my question.
That's a great question. I don't know. I don't think there's a way to avoid a conversation with the Underbaron. Is all I'm saying.
So you want to talk to him? Well,
I think we have to.
you know, I have some very good information for him. Speaking of which,
Or
uh,
sorry.
Gotcha.
Well-
What if you shrink the room by about 3 feet and we just put a wall, an empty room behind the door, and then the other door we seal off? You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna step into the storage room and cast Scry on the king while we're here.
They can scoot some boxes up for you, so you have a step essentially to take in. Oh no, actually, this room is on that plane, so yes, go ahead.
Oh,
Now the door's
where it
open.
happened?
This room now with the door open, this technically becomes material plane.
oh, then yeah. While you guys decide what we're gonna do, we can talk around with for 10 minutes.
So very quickly, Relcurus says, kind of shrugging. Of course, there is a different solution. What we're saying is that there's one person alive who has information that would be troublesome. He kind of like brings his eyebrows up, like,
You said
Hey, we finally reach it. I
We
just
can-
want to be the one to say it.
I mean, it's something that needs to
Negotiate.
always
Oh,
be
wow.
said.
There is always that option.
And if we're going to take that option, there's no point in
Very
negotiating.
nice.
Because I'm simply saying that if there were no Underbaron, there's no concern about him knowing this door was always here.
Oof.
We are playing
We
quite
just
the
go all the way
high,
back old school.
high game.
I do the talking, and if the talking fails, then Jerry does the swinging.
Are we sure that
I
he
sure do love this way.
shared the info with anyone?
We have no way to know. That's why it's always a risky
Exactly. The whole "if I die, open this door."
That's why we're starting with negotiations. Hoping we don't get to. It's always.
I hope we do.
Jerry,
the king fails his save. As you scry on the
I'm
king,
more rested.
as you scry on the king, he is seems to be in his personal room. You can kind of see very, very nice bed, very nice clothes kind of thrown upon it, and the king is standing in front of the king and is kind of adjusting the collar, stringing the buttons, kind of brushing off the shoulders of the king. Yes, that looks great. And we'll kind of adjust the crown. Perfect. And he'll go and kind of sit in the bed and put like a little circlet on and kind of lean back. And the king that's standing blinks and looks at the king on the bed. What a steal. And we'll walk out. And you just see, as you're following, he's walking out to start his day. Walks out the main door, closes it, locks it, walks out a secondary antechamber where a secretary is waiting for him, handing him papers, and he's been going about his day.
God, we have to find the man on the moon.
what the?
So for the, what do you get, 10 minutes of scrying?
No,
Yeah,
Like,
the
just lay the
scry
voice.
stays with the one that
right. Which one
does
does it
not
say?
have the circlet on.
Ooh, fascinating. So
That's exactly-
lays down, puts the circlet on, and you hear, no longer can see, ha! Fascinating! Hear a door open, hear a door close, hear a lock click. And you just see the king laying back on the bed like this, with a circlet there, and you can see the eyes moving while the eyes are closed.
So you killed Dinch, then you do that to us?
What?
Talking to me. We were sky free.
this- This has nothing to do with other campaign things. That is what you see, Catcher. The king adjusted the clothes of the king, make sure the king looked perfect, put on a circlet, laid down, and stayed there. And you heard the voice of the king say, "Ha! Perfect! What a steal!" Heard the sound of a door closing and a door locking.
What a steal!
You got it back from the girl.
Yeah,
He bought it from her.
but she gave it to him.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Can I?
What
Okay,
did
I want to
she
scry.
get out of it?
That's what I want to know. Did she make it out alive?
A lap dance.
That's what I want to know.
Can I scry on her?
You can certainly try.
Probably
Yeah.
traded it
You
for
can certainly
the
try.
way out
With these stars.
because the whole first disc was flooded by the time she would leave.
No. Was it? Yeah.
It was
No.
about to. So she left before the start of the fight.
There wasn't
The
enough
flooding
time
happened
for
very,
her
very
to
quickly,
get off
minutes
the-
later. But it was also her plan. Well, I'm sorry, she was also fully aware of the Druid's plans.
I don't think she was
Bring that up.
because
Should we scry?
Why
should
not
I-
have-
I wouldn't even say
Tell
fully
her
Do
aware.
about
we
it.
care if she's alive? Really? I'm just curious more than anything.
Do you-
But
you
okay,
curious about what?
what the deal was, but I don't know that I actually care if she's alive or not.
Are you going to scry?
I'll save the spell for later.
Okay.
Whoa, King got his clone.
Super realistic golem.
So to remember, this thing can transform into that huge thing that whooped our ass the first time.
That's so
Yes, it
crazy.
can. The king under the mountain grows ever stronger.
Oh, the Underbaron would love to have this information now. If we could tie the king to like golems, up where he has like his own golem. Oh
so
boy.
Rokura says, Rokura says, so, conversation with Underbaron or stabby Underbaron?
Plan A and Plan B.
We're doing A and B. I will get my people in place so we can lock down the area.
How long will that take?
As soon as I say it. I have a lot.
Oh, look at you.
Well, I didn't just get bagels this morning.
You got balls.
Come on.
Well, all right, let's close it up, and I feel like either way we're going to go in that area. So
And you're certain that your people wouldn't betray us for other people or
No.
Riveria itself?
my people would not betray me for anything.
How many of these people do we have to depend on?
How many do you want?
Oh, wow.
It's not infinite. I don't want to.
Do you own their souls? How do you know they
No,
won't
we
betray
don't
you?
own their soul. There's a thing called
He owns the
friendship,
soul.
Katsura.
Mm.
Sometimes you
You
cultivate
know what?
relationships over
Friends are-
time. I have lots of friends, thank you.
You were in that
Sometimes-
dungeon for a long time. Who knows?
Right.
Actually, I
Well,
wasn't.
How many people have you almost died beside?
Me? Oh, lots.
You.
Lots. You ever try to
Okay.
train a
Oh, right.
rock? Let me tell you. Dangerous stuff.
Train a rock?
Kind
There's
of
a
right.
pet-
Yes.
there's a pet rock. Guys,
No,
you
not
never heard
like-
of-
Oh, the rock.
He's
Oh,
much
the
older than
bird.
us.
The bird.
Yes.
Can I roll it?
Ancient
Can I roll
dragon killing
history?
birds.
Wait, do we know about those? What do we know about those?
I just said, can I roll history?
Anyone who'd like can roll history.
I want to.
I will.
I'm like, wait. He can't mean like an actual rock. Then I remembered. God, what is with our dice tonight? I don't like this.
Ooh,
He's not
17.
afraid.
I had a
17.
+1. That's really good.
38.
You said 28?
He
No,
said
no.
38.
I said 17, 38.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, I said hit us up hello.
17. Jerry, you actually recall a story from the Misfits where they once traveled up to the top of the mountains of Bavaria and stumbled across a rocket nest. Though the rocks had all been killed, but there were a few eggs. Samson had told a story to a kid about how, though he couldn't prove it, he was very, very sure Assad went back for those eggs.
Mm.
Rocks are legendary creatures. They are unchallenged in the air except for by dragons. They are almost impossible to tame, though the only ones ever to have fought to tame them would be the equally mythical giants.
Jerry relays all that and says, "Tell me, you guys got to know about this, right?"
I thought, no, I've never heard such a thing.
Valkyrius nods and says, "Very astute, Jerry.
You said what?
Very astute. Good on you."
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, see, I'm not all brawn. There's a little brain.
No.
But yes, I have almost died next to people. I do have friends. I do have people loyal to me. There are people who, if I asked, would fight and die beside me. I don't like to use them sparingly. I use them sparingly. This does feel very important, though. I think a lot of what we're doing, as I mentioned at the start, I'm going to keep away from Bavaria. This, and he points to the room, I do not trust them with. I'm choosing to trust you all with it. Because we're friends. There, I said it.
Could this lead to an introduction between friends?
I'm not your killer.
No, and he'll close the doors. I don't keep friends groups separate. I mean, eventually, maybe.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying there's a chance, but for now, maybe I'll point them out.
There's pants.
No, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Holy shit! I can't believe that could be real. Jerry kind of says to himself under his breath.
So they'll close the door and look to Catra. If you may, put your key back in. It'll take the long way.
Done.
Okay, back to the world between worlds.
Wait, we didn't take anything?
No.
Fino's going to look inside of a box before they leave.
Not yet,
Just
you
look,
know.
roll investigation.
After we talk to them.
All right. Well, bestie. I'm not saying I will take anything. Well, let's just see.
Okay, that's fine.
21.
Oh, we could just free look-see?
You can get look-see.
Gotta
21.
find a good one.
It's a box full of heavy crossbows.
Oh, he's carrying weapons. Fun.
I rolled an
Make
8.
sure you put the box that we dusted the dust off under other dusty boxes. So
I try to put it back how it was, and I try to pick up some dust and like dust on those boxes.
yeah, something. But
Jerry
And then-
sneezes with his 8. Jerry sneezes and a bunch of the dust moves away.
no, okay,
I cover up my tracks. Basically, I try to put the room back together,
exactly.
like how it was.
You don't
before
want
we
a
came.
one dustless box in the back here.
Jerry puts his head down and just walks away.
Roll survival for resetting the room.
Survival.
Mm-hmm.
I have a +5.
Oh, sure. Catcher can do it.
My dice haven't been cooperating though.
I have a +0 on that shit.
Hold on.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, help me.
All right.
Oh my god.
What'd you
I'm
get?
all offense, no defense.
12.
Okay.
Did you got it?
Yes. Oh wait, no. 17. Thank
9!
you. 17.
17. Okay, you guys try to reset the room as best you can. Make your way out. Valkyria says, all right, back to escalation we go. We'll see how things fared with the escalating. You guys didn't have any, like, fragile stuff in your house, did you?
Oh. No.
Great.
Other than the children, I forgot that were there.
Oh, those
But they're not
rascals?
fragile.
I'm sure
They're
I think
baby
the children will be
warriors.
fine.
I forgot about that. Never mind. They're
Yeah.
not fragile at all.
To what?
Nothing. They're little like they fight well on the street, so I call them warriors.
Oh, yes. The crucible of the streets. And he'll follow you guys out the other door back to your home. in escalation. Who got 8
Because it says
kills?
whoops in her head.
So it doesn't look this
Which
good
takes
right
you
now.
back into Slyrak's room,
Yes.
which, depending on if kids have cleaned it or not, we haven't been back there since my patron switched. So the walls of my room are still covered in scribble that I used to try to figure out who my patron is.
Yeah, your room looks like a crazy person's house. But they're all folded, like the sheets have been cleaned and folded. It's like they walked in, saw, oh, he's insane, and didn't want to touch any of your insane things. So, like, cleaned around the crazy. So you can see, like, spots that have been swept and spots that have not been touched because they were worried it was infectious.
Oh, cool. Oh. Closes the door quietly.
Real Curses looks at Slyrak and
You guys weren't
says,
supposed to see that.
you know, it's good to talk to your friends when you feel overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed.
Well, I know it looks bad, but it's actually all figured out now.
Good for you. And he'll slap him on the back and kind of look at you guys like, oh boy.
No.
Keep an eye on him. It sounds pretty hectic outside. Lots of voices, lots of sound of work going on, construction maybe. As you all go down the stairs, there
Hold on.
are a
Where we go down? Is there a window?
yes.
Can I peek out?
Yeah, you look out the window. There's a lot of broken shit outside.
Are we
Most
still
of
at the ground level though? Or we
no.
have-
So, well, you were pretty deep in the city, anyways. So you wouldn't be able to see the immediate ground. But if you look out the window, you are seeing over all the trees.
Okay.
You are much higher than the trees, man.
Okay. All right. That's what.
You guys go downstairs, and there's a shit ton of kids in your living room.
What is this?
They-
Who are you?
They all look up like,
Mhm.
hey, the old people are here. They're the young people. Ha 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 ha. They're bandaging up.
I'm like, ah,
There's someone in the corner.
so funny.
He's like these fucking kids.
They're bandaging up. There's a bunch of kids like off to a side sewing. Everyone's kind of like handing over cloaks.
Yeah,
and
I know.
bringing cloaks back. Eventually, one runs to the front room, and let me see who's here right now. A kid you haven't seen before comes in. He looks to be in a bit of an authoritative position. He kind of nods to everyone, checks in on the sewing, hands out some more gauze before walking over to you all. Puts hands behind his back and stands. You lot haven't met me yet. Risto's the name. Sorry to be
So
using
what's
your,
going on here?
sorry to be using your lodging. Boss man said it'd be all right.
Where is Yep. That kid.
Where's who?
Topher.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Where's Topher?
You said your name is Briston?
Risto.
Risto. That name sounds familiar.
That sounds familiar to me too.
Did I give you Risto? I gave you Topher. You had
No, it might be from
Was
a.
Risto the one that they fought?
Yeah, he was in that little square thing. When Fino went.
Oh.
yes, he was.
Oh, I
He
see.
was-
You didn't make it. I
He
stay in
was
his
a year
mind.
up.
Our little niggas lost.
I say in his mind. I see you didn't make it.
He quirks one eyebrow up and ignores it.
Mhm.
He says,
Where's
"Boss man's helping with the excavation, checking for survivors. All got a bit of a reset, but we're doing all right.
I'm just like looking at him like kind of smiling because he's like all that shit.
Joker beat that ass.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they get blown the fuck up. But he says, Topher's still digging people out. There's a honestly, he's been working around the clock.
Mm.
Question.
Yeah.
The city rose. The Undercity also rise.
Honestly, it rose from bottom up, and the city pushed everything up.
Okay.
Did the Undercity rise as well?
That's what rose. Everything got pushed
Oh.
up from the under.
Oh, got it.
Cause things aren't built to be lifted from below like that. Not cities.
What's under the Undercity now? Was there just like empty levels of stone now?
Can't say I've seen it yet.
Is there a way down to ground level, as far as you know?
He kind of looks around at all the injured kids. Been a bit busy now.
I mean, maybe you checked while you were excavating. Who knows? To see who was left
Oh.
on the ground, perhaps.
Oh no, not Esket. Sorry, I wasn't sure how much you knew. Where our territory was all but crushed in the rise. When I say excavating, I mean our part, not the ground.
Hmm.
See. When the
Okay.
Undercity started to rise, it crushed the first few feet of the upper city.
They got it until it hit something sturdy enough to support it.
Oh,
Like daddy.
And of course, there are a series of
And in that
laws of
case,
forces to ensure nothing that blew up Undercity hurt the Overcity, but it was kind of just meant to be a one-way system.
mm. Mm.
This
I
is
see.
sad.
Say again.
it's
I'm
fair
sorry
to
to
say
stop.
that
Someone say something.
Wait, Manny, were you going to say something?
so it's fair to say that the Undercity took significantly less damage. Should still be
Next to no
relatively
damage
intact.
at all, honestly. I think they lost the rooftop market, but that was about it.
Mm.
On what level were they on again?
They were in
They're
between.
in the middle? Yeah, they're in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, they were running through the walls, more or less.
The kids.
Yes, they were
That's
essentially
why
in
they got
spots that people
crushed.
didn't realize were
Because
spots.
they're in the middle, so they got crushed.
Uh-huh.
That's what I was.
Yeah,
That's so sad.
They were
So
in
no, no, no.
between.
Oh.
They listen.
we fucked them up.
No, the
They're not
baby's
children.
right out here in the
I
bar.
know. The babies are here?
The babies were in. They work in the bar.
Oh, they worked in the bar.
And these are the consequences I wanted to avoid.
They're okay.
Feel it.
Those
You-
people are okay.
You have to, did you take a vow of silence?
They have multiple lives. They'll be okay.
You
I
want
say in the
somehow
wind.
jump in, Feel it, and say something. I did not know you were around. You were very quiet.
I'm be quiet.
Shit, what was I gonna say?
Who has the highest insight again? Is that still Fino?
Of course. Passive?
Sure.
For sure.
Passive.
Yeah.
Bristow clocked that. That
Fuck what?
Philly's saying you guys did this.
What the?
Philly
This
said
is what
this
he.
shit?
This is what he wanted to avoid happening.
Oh,
This is the
man.
consequence he wanted to avoid.
You said it out loud.
Yes, you did.
In my head,
No, we're not gonna keep doing that, guys. You that needs to.
Nah, he's good, man. It's what it is. It's what
full
it is.
disclosure, I had a business call for the last 10 minutes, and I just hopped on.
So stop
Great.
talking.
These are the
We're in
best
a room
moments.
full of
These are
children.
great
Don't
things.
come here talking.
He can talk all he wants.
Ancient warrior children.
You guys are very
We're
smart
talking to
anyway.
one of them.
I won't penalize him. Fine. We will put in the mind thought.
I won't do that again. But yeah, I was on a business call. Somebody just pissed me off.
Oh, sorry about that.
Hope they don't watch the stream because now they know they pissed you off.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Fuck, I forgot again. Wait. That's annoying.
Oh my god!
Oh, I asked Risto, does anyone know why this, what happened? Like, what caused this?
Jeez, I don't want to say you're a bad person, Kato.
No, I was literally going to ask that anyway, actually, which is funny. I can't remember what I was going to ask because of that.
Risto says, we're not quite sure yet, man. With the flooding in Craghammer the other day, we all assumed it was some type of attack, but wasn't much of an attack. Well, isolated, sure. Might be a power play by... let me see who's even close to it. Might be a power play by Verdis or Gilivesto. Get us off the board for a bit so we can't stop whatever's going to happen next.
Is there a king here? Who's in charge of
There's a Domo.
escalation?
You guys have met the guy in charge.
Is it Rokiris?
It's rolling.
No, Roland.
Oh, I forgot about that guy.
We never met him. We don't know about Roland.
Is there a newspaper here?
No, you met
Escalation
Roland
paper.
because what's his face?
You tried to
Oh,
recruit
yeah,
him.
They gave you the job to stop the paper, I believe.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
burnt down a fucking forest.
That didn't happen.
Nope, it happened.
Um, when you ask about the
Said- I
paper,
said
he
that out
says,
loud.
when you ask about the paper, he says, oh, the earmark don't deliver here no more after the fire.
What? Why? Wait, but we don't have a local paper? Like, this is a city.
Sure, not everyone reads and writes or cares about that kind of thing. The
You want
earmark's
so
someone's
much.
personal project.
Yes.
It's someone's personal project?
Yeah, it's like one thing. You know, they just have a lot of branches.
Whose personal project is it?
Mine.
Shut up.
He kind of he looks like a little frustrated. I'm a child.
Fino moves to his side.
I say,
and looks
I say in his head,
frustrated.
stop fucking playing with me. You're like 400 years old. Whose project is this?
real persuasion.
Fino,
Jerry starts
staring at
shouting
him.
like he's
Oh
getting
my
ready to
God.
box.
Yo,
Fino,
Wait,
what are
wait,
you
wait.
doing?
Wait.
What are you?
Fino was just staring at him like, motherfucker, I know, you know, I know who the fuck you
no,
are.
we all know that you know that we know.
And only to add to that with your insight, you know that he recognizes you from being down there when that fight happened.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Um,
So can I roll with
so-
advantage?
Fino just staring at him.
No,
just like,
no, you can't catch it. He doesn't know that you know this stuff.
I literally
What
said
did you
to him
roll?
before
Mhm.
about the whole age thing. That whole age comment.
He did. Adults are weird. And you know,
Those are weird.
Okay.
what did you get on your first bad roll?
No, your first bad roll.
I can hear it. I can hear it in her voice when she
Oh, the bear.
It was the next one, but you know.
do.
Damn.
He says, can't say in my youth I'm very worldly. Just, you know, gang shit every day.
So are you trying to like keep this little secret of yours as saying this?
He kind of grimaces.
All of us except one know what the fuck is going on.
He says back in your head, then I guess I got one reason to be a fucking kid, don't I?
You have ears on the street.
He's a big booty kid.
What?
He grimaces
What?
even more.
What? Hold on. Yo,
Nope,
you're on,
right
you're
over
on
it.
serious
He's
time
gonna
out.
grimace. He's gonna grimace even more and say, "I ain't got nothing now.
That kid.
I'm just a regular soldier."
About to be like a baby. Get out of here. Go find something to do. I say out loud to the kid. Go find something to do, kid.
No child left behind.
He says, "Afraid I can't leave with you lot here. You're home. Not to say it's not. Just don't want the I'm the one allowed to speak to you lot, not them. If you have any questions, I've been assigned to answer. To the best
Go
of my
sleep
ability.
first or something.
Kid, you're a bit chunky.
He'll look over to someone who is handing gauze out. Hey, lady wants the floor swept. He'll
No,
drop
no,
the
no,
gauze,
no.
grab a
I use
broom, and
specifically. No.
Kid, you're a bit chunky.
what can I say?
Slayer just walks away.
Anything you lot want done in the house before you get back? Fridge filled?
I say in the head, is there any reason Relcurus can't know about these kids?
Rest of the group chat, you guys.
Is there any reason he needs to?
This kid is pissing me off right now.
So you want to blow up?
Yes.
They blow up a lot of
I
spots.
think he's
The game is
enjoying
different
that.
for them. I would not do that.
Huh?
I say they blow up a lot of spots. The
If I
game is
stab
different
him
for
enough
them.
times, he'll die before he can do that.
I think he's just following our lead, man.
Listen, I'm
You know
all
what? Let me walk away.
in
I'm just
favor
gonna
of
walk away. Never
stabbing
mind.
people, but
Never mind. I just
let's
walk away.
not piss off the gang of ancient warriors.
I just walk. I'm already walking away. I'm just
So-
walking off.
For bonus inspiration, does anyone remember what age I said they were? I can't find it in my notes if they were 5 or 6.
Which kids?
The main troop. What was Topher's group?
I can tell you. Give me a
There
second.
you are.
I thought they were
I
the
want to
11.
say they're
Were they
11.
11s? The 11s?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, they were 11.
They're the 11.
Okay.
Because again, they have
So
beef with
as
the
you're
12.
as you correct, thank you. The 11s. As you're walking through, look at the sewing area. They're sewing off the 11s and making them 10s. Everyone's turning in their 11
Making them
groups to
10s.
change the number down to 10. Everyone getting their 11s changed to 10.
No, lost.
All of them?
But
No, they
what's it
won.
called? Hold on, time out.
They get younger as they get older.
No, they get younger as they die.
They
No,
get younger.
as you die.
But they die.
Okay.
When you die, you
So,
get-
so
So the babies are in
Why
their
the babies
final
are the
form.
bartenders.
Yeah.
I'm not even my
It's a
final
safe
form.
spot.
This isn't even my final form.
So
As far as that goes, so Topher is still the head. I know that Risto was part of the 12s.
Yeah, but he got
Correct.
blown up.
But he
So he
got
died again.
Oh, he
so
got died.
Risto became an 11. He died.
Re-died.
Then took the L
and
again.
then it would appear that everyone in this room that you're looking at got killed in the City Rose.
Damn.
Topher is currently excavating out to find more survivors.
And
That's where
Topher's
he
now
is.
10.
And I'm Topher's dad.
Potentially, because the entire gang has been
where is
switched from the
Crystal?
11s to 10s.
Yeah, my boy Chris.
Where's Crystal?
You don't
We
see
don't-
Crystal.
You got asked before.
You can ask Risto.
No, I'm not asking him anything.
I asked him, where's Christoph?
It's not important.
Oh, see Toff,
He was
he's
an
helping out
ultimate
Topher.
Ghost Watcher.
What do you say? Y'all.
He's
talk
out
through
with
it.
Topher.
Okay.
See Toff is helping Topher.
See Toph? Please.
What
Please.
the fuck is that?
Please. Please. Please.
I never heard Topher call him that bullshit.
Okay, that's why I walked away. This kid is infuriating.
That is bullshit. I don't care what you say. That is
See
bullshit.
Toph is insane.
No one calls him.
I can't believe
See Toph is actually insane.
No
you
one
guys
calls him.
have the
Thank you.
best interactions with the most random people that aren't supposed to be important.
Alright. Where we go?
You're making so as you all. Well, we're wrapping up now because it's getting late.
We spent so much time on nonsense. It's so annoying.
You guys are the absolute best. So, as you leave your house, it is very hectic out there. Babies are still at the bar. Most of the bottles are broken. They're cleaning up. Most of the guilds are out helping to get everything straight. It seems to be kind of a resource for people. A lot of people coming in here, getting supplies, and heading back out. There were a lot of soldiers here from Faust because they were guarding that guild, so a lot of soldiers are here helping. They just happen to have, like right now, Faust has a big presence here because they were protecting their guild hall. So they seem to be helping out a lot. Seems to have, made the Faust issue not important at the moment. As you guys leave the Guildhall district and kind of look out, escalation is a bit of a mess. And let me switch over to the Risen escalation.
Ooh.
It's floating?
Yeah.
It's
That-
solid.
that
It's not
cave.
floating. It's stationary, locked in.
No, I mean, but there's
Back to
nothing
the wall
under it. Like,
still.
you can fall and just to your death.
Correct. That's why everyone's stranded. You can just fall.
Oh, stranded. Oh, that's a term.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Feely says in his head.
Love
I'm
it,
okay
love
with
it, love
this.
it.
We accounted for this though.
I'm
I had
okay
asked
with-
about that in the room about how it would affect, like all the trade routes and stuff, because the city would be in the air.
Yeah.
No
okay.
import
Guide.
tracks.
The
I
robots
had
seem
say
to think
make
that it really wouldn't be
So
that big of a deal.
the uppermost districts are pretty fucked. Like this was designed. This thing here in the middle, these two little what were elevators, went all the way up to the top. So those pretty much crushed on themselves as the city rose. That's destroyed.
Yes.
A lot of the upper
Oh.
manors were built against most stuff was built against the walls. So just the friction of it going across those destroyed most of the rear walls of these buildings.
People can still get here by the train though. So it's not like
But it wasn't a common service. That's like, America's train system, honestly. Like
No,
it went
right, but I'm
like-
saying they're not like totally cut off from the world now.
No, but it was also
was-
extremely expensive. So what it becomes is
Yeah.
the rich can travel. And even then, there were only so many trains. There was a train from Escalation to Craghammer. There was a train from Escalation to Quell, and that's it.
If I walk over to like the edge
Mhm.
of the wall, like near the wall itself, and I tried to like stone shape like one step to come out of the actual flush wall itself.
To
Would
even
it-
get
what would
over
happen?
there, you'd have to start playing around with that with Escalation's walls, because you can't get to touch the like you guys. This is a miniaturized version of what the city looks like. You guys are coming out of here. But it's all like mini for a mini map situation. So you'd have to, traverse the district, get to the giant palisade, and then stone shipping and crawling across the side to even get to the wall.
How high in the air is it, approximately?
90 feet.
Oh, that's not okay.
I mean, hey, that's pretty high.
I mean, it's high, but it's not like impossible heights for them to like
Ooh.
figure something out.
I would like to say that I did mention when we heard about this in the room that I thought that we should get into like the staircase building business. Ramp.
He did say
You
that.
did?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I might be able to grow some vines up there right now.
We
If
can
you wanted
profit
to,
off this,
If
guys.
you wanted it enough, you
I
should.
mean, I could definitely figure out like stone shape some steps eventually.
I can kill people.
And in my head, I go, in my head, and in the group link, I go, here we go, utilizing magic to clean up one of our messes again.
I mean, to be fair, if this rose a foot a day, they still wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. So
You're right.
Hold on.
So we're trying to make money here. This is not
Yeah.
a civil service.
I need you to stop with this self-deprecating, crying bullshit.
Have
This
you
was
met
going
that?
to happen.
this
Have you-
wasn't definitely going to happen.
Have you met
Just
that?
because we are the ones who bring it about. I do not feel bad because of it.
We did not.
It
put
was
this
going
in
to happen
place.
regardless.
Exactly. This wasn't.
Sometimes
some-
you have to cause a problem to solve it.
We also didn't cause it. This was just going to happen.
Well,
That's true.
We
I
didn't.
assume
was
someone
going
else
to
could have
pull it
cleared
up.
that dungeon, but
Well, no, we had to clear that dungeon because we needed that money.
We were
I was
also
not getting trapped down there. Not
tricked
even
into
for the
doing
world.
that, by the way. The terms of that contract weren't entirely clear, so.
Fuck that.
See,
I
I was
was not-
good with it.
Down there.
I will point out there has been a ladder installed to get from the Undercity to the Overcity. Because they had no other way to traverse it besides the stairs that are gone.
We should take over the ladders and start to charge a toll.
Please.
Let me just to give a quick recap of the wall cities. They are world powers in military might. They exist because no one can take them. So while it's floating in the air, there are very powerful people here, and a lot of them. That's why Relkir is worried about not securing that room, because there are people strong enough here to even undo putting up a fake wall, or sealing it magically, or just breaking the shit down.
Yeah. So next week we definitely need to go talk to Underbear.
Yeah. Could you imagine if this shit crashed from here?
Oh, everyone would die.
Everyone's gone.
That would be bad.
You destroy another forest.
We need to start figuring out how to get this shit down, because that's the bad side of this.
Somehow I don't think that's possible.
This might be the new normal, new world order.
Well, all the walled cities are going to be doing this, so yeah.
You're a part of
The
this.
campaign's called
Yeah.
World Breakers. I don't
It is
think we're
called
getting
World.
out of this without.
Hey,
You
I was
guys
about to
all
say,
been up here, but
it's
let me
so
show you
easy.
the top. This is how everyone gets down into the walls. It's an elevated descending floor platform. That's always been here. They have no idea how it was created, but they know how to work it. There's two kind of tavern bars right outside of it. The welcome and the on your way and the welcome back for those leaving and those coming. There is a little tavern bar train station. And the little train just gets you over to where the big trains exist. Because the big trains are too big to bring close to these little areas. There's a small train you hop on, it takes you out to the larger train, and that takes you to Craghammer, or the other one takes you to Cloud.
Gotcha.
You're making this up as he goes along.
No, this is
Crackhammer,
always
and the other one takes us where?
3 years.
Well,
The other
which
wall
is
city
where we got to
Cloud.
connect, actually.
Hey, question, team. Have we ever asked or inquired why the walls must rise?
I don't.
We just
No,
accepted
we
it.
didn't.
You
Okay.
were just told it was going to happen, but I don't think you guys asked why.
It just always has been.
Really?
And
This
Yeah,
is
it was
always
like
better
older
have
than
higher
anyone
ground.
we've ever met.
Correct. It was like, hey, you guys have cleared the capstone, because if you get the capstone, the walls are going to rise. The city's going to rise. Congratulations.
I'm so curious what the answer would be if you ask that thing in your head, but I don't. I feel like it would be a lie. It would be a lie. So let's not do that.
Who says it'd be a lie?
Well, it tried to tell me whatever they were going to say about the weapon itself was a lie, so I have to assume.
Well, I believe it told you don't trust it. I mean, I don't think it said they were lying. I think it said don't trust them.
It did. It said lies. Lies are all lies. That's literally what it said. That's actually what it said.
Interesting. Well, it doesn't mean
Interesting.
Like you
not
did-
flavor the conversation.
Yeah, that
Just
was
be-
you.
Just
Hey,
because
I'm outta here,
what
guys.
I would say is just because the whispers say that something is lying doesn't mean that something wasn't lying.
Oh.
Absence
You
of evidence.
are
is
assuming
evidence
that
of
the
absence.
whispers are lying and not the information you got.
That-
They said it was a lie.
Oh.
I'm going to end the
Okay,
official
I'm-
stream here because I
I'm-
always forget to press the button and say things. So this is the end of the official stream.